The way 110 is designed, it's supposed to be a course that really gets new students to think about their reasoning and their analysis. Gives students a chance to think about how to take a lot of information, distill it into an argument for one proposition or another, and then be able to defend that, as well as see the weaknesses of the argument. For me, a criminal trial, the investigation of a crime, the preparation of a trial, the trial itself, it is quintessentially that kind of event that serves that kind of analytical thinking. So for me, that's why I chose it early on. It also is kind of fun. It gives students over these last 12 years have had a chance to then dig in and not just always think about something theoretically or read it out of a book.
So it was 3 days of trial, and each week we actually met for a trial preparation with the TA, and we all came in sort of like professional wear, and we sat with our client, which was our TA, and each of us either interviewed a witness on the stand, or we said the opening or closing statement. I liked learning about the criminal procedures because I always watched Law and Order and crime shows like that, but we actually understood not just the Hollywood version of different laws, but actually what judges look for, what lawyers have to watch out for in different crime scenes.
They don't need to solve puzzles. What they need is to be able to do what people do in the workplace now, what people will do in graduate school after they get out of Berea if they go on for a graduate degree, and that is to take a lot of chaos, take a lot of information. Some of it may be important, some of it may not be important. To take concepts that you've learned about human beings and how they operate in the world and apply it to that chaos and try to make something of it.
My major is nursing, so very different from criminal law, but I think applying the concepts, just trying to think out the box, and we had to really figure out what the other side was thinking about. I think understanding how the other side feels, so for instance in nursing, understanding how a patient feels and what they're advocating for, and maybe what their family's advocating for, to understand not just your perspective but also theirs.
Students at the end of the course, when the jury has come back and we have the verdicts and all of that, they'll often say to me, "So what really happened?" And I'll say to them, "Well, I don't know what really happened." And my point in that is, in real criminal cases, we don't ever really know what happened. We only have the verdict of a jury who did their best with what they had in front of them. And that's the kind of problem I want to put in front of a freshman right from the beginning of her or his college career.
It was a lot harder than I expected. It was a good challenge for me, but yeah, it was really challenging, but my team, we worked together since September working on the case, so they really helped a lot.
I think when you're teaching well, what you're looking for is that you teach students to think well. You're not looking for a particular answer all the time. You should be satisfied if a student can convince you that their solution is a strong one. And that's what I guess I'm pleased by each year, and maybe sometimes surprised.